Hello there. I've got another 4Runner. Yeah, I don't know. I've done a bunch of these this year. Although this is the first time I'm spending some time with a 4th gen 4Runner. This one is a 2004, I believe. 4Runner Limited. 4-wheel drive. The V6 is not the V8, which, I don't know, my opinion doesn't much matter in these. But let's poke around it. It's a pretty solid example. Lifetime California car, as far as I understand. 2-owner. And yeah, for sale. Cars and bids. So let's poke around it and see what there is to see. So it's got 155,000 miles. Going around it, you know, cosmetically, it's in pretty good shape. There's some minor stuff, you know. It's a 155,000 mile Toyota, so there's some, you know, really super light scuff there that might polish out. A little piece of sap here. You know, I'm going to be ticky-tack here. This little piece of the weather stripping here on this molding is kind of down a little bit. You can probably pop that back out, or you replace the door seal. Yeah. A couple of marks on the mirror. A little bit of wear on the bumper cover here. But still presents very well. It's probably the worst blemish right here. Little hairline crack in the grill here. A little one here. The owner of the car, or truck I should say, so these headlamps have been replaced. They were just so yellowed out. He figured the proper way to do it was to replace them versus you know, polishing them. They are Toyota OEMs, which is a bonus. Not cheap, but that's the proper way to do it. Let's have these limited trim alloy wheels. Tires are in pretty good shape. You know, they're well above the wear bars. I don't know where they're at as far as age. Here you go. 15th week of 2021. So, not bad. Certainly not aged out. There's some life left there. You know, again, some really minor ticky-tack stuff. It's like even, yeah. These are held in with plastic clips, and sometimes they break. I think it's a little loose, but that's not going anywhere. I can't pull that off. A little scuff here on the corner of the bumper. Roof looks good. It's a little ding here. A little bit of paint damage. But all told, nice truck. And you know, as I said, lifetime California truck. We'll poke around inside here in a second, but you know, you look at the frame, and yeah, looks like it spent most of its time in California. We don't salt our roads, so even though this did spend up some, you know, some time in the Truckee area, you know, where there's a lot of snow. Our snow in California a little different than, I don't know, snow in Ohio. Yeah, it's for lovers, but it's also for salted roads. We don't have those here. It's got the JBL Synthesis stereo, some nice rubber mats. There's some wear on this driver's seat here. A little tear in the leather, and then the vinyl here on the side. And then more on the vinyl. The leather itself isn't too bad here on this bolster, but the vinyl part on the side here and on the other side over here, we'll check that out in a second. But for now, let's hop on in. Let me fish for keys in my pocket while we do that. Also, common on these, and a lot of Toyotas of this era, the dashes like to crack. On this one, it's just on this passenger side here. There's some light cracking. What's interesting is up on where it's collecting sun, it's really Really nothing to write home about there. So let's start it up. I did find those keys in my pocket. Just drove to this parking lot, so the fuel light is freshly on. Owner tells me that one of the tire pressure sensors is out and has been for a long time. He got that light on, he replaced the tire pressure sensor, it went away. Came back again a few months later for a different tire pressure sensor, and he decided he was over it, didn't want to replace it. So that light will blink. Otherwise, yeah, 155,855 and counting. AC blows nice and cold. Very nice. Got a little sunglasses holder there. How about the sunroof? How does that work? That works just fine. Close that up. Stereo. Let's see. Let's find not static.
Or he's under the influence of other people who are more extreme.
There's some, I don't know what station that was, but it doesn't sound like something I'd want to listen to. So we can turn that off. Cubby hole. We've got passenger window. Put down just fine. Drivers, auto down. And auto up, luxurious. How about the back? Yep, down. And up. Turn signals. Yep, headlights, we'll turn those on, we'll check those out. Mirrors. Yep. Right? Yep. Mirrors are big in this. You can see a lot in that mirror. Well done, Toyota. Let's pop the hood. We'll check under there, we'll open that back, then we'll drive this thing. There it is. V6. The 1GRFE. 4 liters. I do know the owner of this particular car, and his father-in-law works at a Lexus dealership, Toyota Lexus dealership. So I do know, as far as maintenance goes, they're pretty on the ball with it. You can see it's got the Toyota red fluid in there. That thing looks like it's on level, relatively. Okay, let's go for a drive in the 4th gen 4Runner. So as I said before, it does have the original shocks in it. I rode in this car a little bit earlier. It's not a disaster. It's not that bad. But this will be a good kind of litmus test, so you can see, you know, how it drives. I'll try and take some bumps, and we'll see what it does. Keys knocking down here is pretty annoying. I don't know, seems to be navigating these bumps okay. Pretty well for 155,000 mile struts. Tops well. We'll run it up on the freeway up here and check that out. it's a Toyota. Engine feels great. Transmission feels great. Steering feels good. Brakes felt good. The blinking light for the tire pressure sensor is mildly annoying, but also fairly common. And yeah, you know, I made a big mention earlier about, you know, the struts could stand to be replaced because they are original. I can see why the owner hasn't done that, because it's really not that bad. Do they, you know, in certain scenarios, do they feel worn? Yeah, sure. Does it feel unsafe? No, not particularly. So, you know, that's going to be up to the new owner, as they say, on what they want to do there. Do they want to replace them with the limited trim line specific struts and shocks, or do something different to eliminate that system and do something custom? So, yeah, that's my take on it. Brakes feel very good. It doesn't pull in either direction or anything. All right, well, that is pretty much it. Thanks for riding along and checking out the 4Runner with me in limited trim edition. If you have seen the video but not the auction, check out the description below. That'll get you to the auction on this truck over on Cars and Bids. If you have already seen the auction, very cool. Thanks for doing that. And yeah, I don't know, maybe you want to place a bid. So bid often, bid early. Thanks for tagging along, and have a wonderful day.